Hello, Earth Signs. It's Victoria at Victory House Intuitive Tarot. This is your mid-month for July 2026. I'm no longer doing monthlies, if you're wondering. It's just too time-consuming. I don't make any money off these channels, so I've chose to cut back on how much work I put into them because I don't seem to be getting anywhere with it. So unless I have the money to invest to buy subscribers, which is what most of the other readers do, it's just going to have to wait. So anyway, nothing new to report for with my health or anything, just kind of status quo. We have a new moon in Cancer today, July 14th. And a full moon in Cancer in December. So expect changes to happen in the area of your relationships and your love life or your emotional mental health. Okay, I'm hearing mental health for some of you. It might trigger you. I don't know. Or it could bring healing or changes. I forgot to put out the timestamps for fire signs yesterday, so I will do that. Leo was first, Sagittarius was 13:19, and Aries was 24:44. I will go out and edit that after I finish here. Alright, where are we going? What are we doing? We'll do the same as we did with fire signs. Spirit guides, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you. We're going to be doing Virgo first. Virgo first. I'm here to be thankful for what you have. Some of you are very disgruntled that you're there are things that you don't have or things that you want or need and you have no money to spend. I think we talked about money being scarce last month as well. I'm pretty sure we did. Alright. What do we have for Virgo, please? 3 cards. 3 cards. Thank you, Spirit Guides. Alright, glasses. We have the Starfish. Be open to infinite possibilities. Time to let go of the past. And continue to work on whatever you're working. Slow and steady is going to be. And that's the King of Pentacles. I mean, the Knight of Pentacles. They're the slowest moving card in the deck. So, your energy, the Turtle Spirit, reflects the Knight of Pentacles. It's just you're waiting on news, you're waiting on something to happen. It's not there yet, so you're just gonna have to understand that everything's gonna take time for you. Okay, Virgo, please. Exhaustion. So you might be feeling really tired right now and doing a lot of sleeping. There's judgment and creativity. I feel the reason that you're so tired is you weren't taking care of yourself. You were doing things that weren't good for you, and now all of a sudden you're in the bed, and basically God put you there because it was time to sit back and reflect and look at what was going on in your life and what you were doing. Okay. There's some advice here to be creative, color, draw, read, paint, whatever it is you do. But I don't see, they want you to take it easy for the rest of the month. You might be feeling shameful about some of the things you've done in your past. We've all been there. I had huge life-changing events, and I put myself and my health in situations that I shouldn't have. So there's no judgment here on my part. I understand. You just need to ask for forgiveness and let that go, because you know I ask for forgiveness all the time, especially every time I pray before these readings, and I can feel this energy just wash off my back. So give it a try because it works, right? How to remember how to pray is to use the book of Acts, and we're using the word Acts, adoration. So give him praise. God, I love you. God, I praise you. God, I glorify you. God, I adore you. C, confession. I've done these things wrong this week. You don't need to go to a priest. It just needs to be between you and God. So this is what I've done, God. Forgive me. T is thankful. Be thankful. Thank you, God, for everything I have, even though it's not everything I want. If you could pull through for me for the things I need, I would appreciate it. But, put it in his hands. Don't say, give me, give me, give me. Anytime you want to pray, say, would you please help me with this? Would you please let me have this? But never say, can I, or give me, okay? And then S, supplement. That's the asking of the things you need. That's like, Lord, I'm not feeling well. Can you help me with my health? That kind of thing. So anyway, so that's how you pray, all right? And I'm not a church person, but I did learn that in a Bible study when I used to be a church person. But a lot of Christians are very judgmental, and they don't truly know God. So I used to be one of those. I no longer am that person because God has put me through everything and anything that could possibly happen with me in my life, and what I judged others for, I went through. So don't be judgmental. Anyway, let's move on to your reading, okay? I see you might be coming up as you're laying in bed or doing these little side things to keep yourself busy, like reading a book or painting or whatever. You might come up with some ideas about how to take charge of your life, how to create something that will bring you money, or you might end up putting yourself in a role where you're taking leadership. We have bravado here, being brave. So it's going to take a lot of strength and courage, but I feel like you're going to do it. You're going to take on some kind of challenge. Virgo. Okay. Virgo. Yeah. Okay. Once you walk away from something, you start achieving your goals and making more money, and you become happier and stable. Some of you will get married, but there's something that you did that you're now feeling ashamed about. But you're very burnt out. Very burnt out. If you were had an addiction and you've let go of that addiction, you do sleep for a long time. And it takes a while to recover. It could take you a couple months of sleep for your body to recover. So don't be surprised. Or it could be a health issue. Or you've just been doing too much or doing too much in the wrong way. Yeah, your self-esteem is low. Everything that I said before is coming out. Hang on a minute. Sorry, doctor's appointment. Now what? Okay, nothing important, I guess. You might have been a little bit selfish. You might have been talking down about others that you had love for. I do see you reflecting a lot on a broken heart. And that's why you need not be idle. While you're doing all this resting, you should be doing something creative. You might be having car troubles or troubles with your home. You may not like where you're living. You might have a lack of control over your life right now, or don't know what direction you're going in. I see a lot of negativity here on your part. you're not happy, and I feel like you're you're going around disgruntled. Oh, my life is this, my life is that, this person is this person. I kind of feel a lot of negativity here. Yeah, because there's a lot of imbalance and excess and discord in your life. Probably because of whatever you were doing that caused you to be exhausted. And now you don't have the money to do what you were doing, and now you're stuck at home. And all you're doing is sleeping. And some of this is depression I'm feeling as well. But I do feel, let's clarify the last card, please. Clarify the last card. Yeah, a lot of overindulgence. But I do see you. What is this? Who is this Knight of Wands? I do see you getting over this. Who is this Knight of Wands? What is this Knight of Wands? Oh. Okay. Someone's being greedy with you. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They're not giving you what you're asking for. And you might be, and again, energies could be reversed, but you might be trying to be manipulative to get what you want out of them, or vice versa. Yeah, definitely strong Sagittarius or Aries here. Oh, those popped out. Okay. Someone's being deceitful. Someone's being very cunning. They're really looking at all sides of the picture. They're holding on to their money. You may be doing that. You may have been giving too much to others and being controlling about your finances. But I do see you putting consistent effort in. I do see some kind of success or victory here. All right. Yeah, and you are, but the only thing is you're very defensive. You and your stubborn pride are very, very defensive right now. You don't want to hear it from anybody. So you're probably not going to want to hear this reading. I can already feel that energy coming up. Well, I didn't want to hear that either. Well, sorry. Spirit knows everything. So never blame the reader for what comes out. It's not the reader. It's what Spirit puts out there. All right. Last message. Alright, we have a yes answer. So if you had a question, the answer is yes. Scorpio energy. So it's coming in Scorpio time frame. October 23rd to November 21st. Or you could be dealing with a Scorpio. You might want to go out with a Scorpio. It's going to be closer to winter. So winter starts what? December 21st? So things are going to start improving during Scorpio season and winter. Help is on the way. Someone's telling you no, or you're telling them no. But big changes coming regarding an Aquarius. And Aquarius falls in the winter time. So I feel like this big change is coming into your life. It could be possibly a new love. Can we clarify Aquarius and major changes? Clarify, please. Pisces energy. So some of you, it's going to be March. Late February to March. Secrets will be revealed and fears and worries are leaving. So I feel, depending on your chart, birth chart, things start changing in late November. Hang on. I'm coming. I'm in the middle of recording. Okay, sorry about that. There was someone at the door. Okay. So I really feel like things start changing after this new moon in July, but your biggest changes come anywhere from around Thanksgiving, late November through late March, okay? What else does Virgo need to know? What else does Virgo need to know? These delays are in your favor, and they're there for a reason. You're hoping for good luck and abundance. You're tired of being broke. There's strong Taurus energy here. So you will be in a much better place financially in Taurus and Gemini season next year. So that would be spring. So there's just a lot of hard work to put in, especially with self, they're telling me. There's a lot of inner work that you need to do. Okay? So if you want a private reading, they're $50 for 30 minutes, include tarot, mediumship, and psychic messages. And all the information is down in the description. We're at 16:21. Okay, we're on to Capricorn. Capricorn, hello. Thank you for being here. This is your mid-month messages for July 2026. Let me just make sure. She's begging. Missy, quit begging. Okay. It's time to take care of little things. I feel there's a lot of little things, some paperwork, something about getting organized, getting things together so that you can lay a solid foundation. Maybe you're trying to move into a new home and you've got a lot of rental paperwork to fill out, lease agreements, documentation about past living history, whatever. But I feel like you're putting a lot of things together. For somebody that's Social Security, I heard. But I do see you getting things together, making things happen, reclaiming your power, and you're taking the lead on a lot of this. There's something you're trying to achieve. There's a goal in mind that you want, and you're just watching and waiting, watching and waiting. And it does say here to trust in divine detours. So I feel you're going a certain way, but then you get cut off, and you have to change your plans. But it's divine, so don't get too upset about it. I'm famous for crying when I get a no, and screaming and yelling like, why, God, why? And usually I end up in a better place. So try to remember that. I know it's hard when you get that no. It's so disappointing and hurtful. Okay. Capricorn. That didn't work out. Right. Self-esteem and shame. Funny, Virgo got these same two cards. So I feel you're thinking a lot about the past, the things you've done wrong. You might have done things that you would never have done otherwise if you weren't in that situation. And you're feeling a lot of shame about it. Come on, cards. Creativity. Virgo got that card too. You might be inventing something. You might be in some kind of science competition, or an art exhibition or something. You might be doing something that has to do with the sky. could be military or government. Don't come in here. I'm recording. You're really exhausted. Virgo got this too. So earth signs are going through a lot of the same things. They're giving up bad habits. They're letting go of addictions. They're sleeping a lot. They're resting. But during that time, you're being encouraged to do things that make you happy, whether it's painting or carving or ceramics or going for a jog. But during those times that you are being creative, you're going to get a lot of downloads from Spirit about what's going on in your life and what direction you need to go in. But I see new life. There might be a baby on the way for you, or you might hear news of a baby. But get a lot of rest. And I'm hearing devotion. You might be being very devoted to someone that's having a baby. You may be having a baby, or you might be devoted to a child right now. But there's definitely some new life. For those of you that does not call for, it means you're going into a brand new existence. In other words, everything's changing around you. Your energy, your people, your situations. And you're going to be much happier. I still feel there's some work involved there, but we'll see no more here as we get to the next set of cards after this. What do we have for Capricorn? Oops, sorry. I didn't clear the energy. There we go. Capricorn. Much better. Alright. Okay. Yeah. Achieving first steps. Meeting goals. But you're needing help. You're needing help. So whatever this is, if you're homeless and you're trying to get into housing and get out of a certain situation, if you're having health problems, if you're, applying for school scholarships or doing educational paperwork, you will attract helpful people to help you get those done. There's a need to see the big picture. Even though you're doing a lot of little things and you're tending to them, you need to look at everything as a whole as well, because there's something you probably need to see or understand, which will be helpful in the way you fill out your paperwork. Okay. Someone's being very inconsiderate right now. Unapproachable or overlooked. That may be you. You might be mad and just turning your back on someone is one of the impressions I'm getting. Yeah, I feel you're turning your back on someone or a situation. Holy cow. Or a situation. We're not taking those, God. That's way too many. Because you want to be happy. You are looking at your own happiness. Okay. Yeah, follow your intuition. Break free from attachments. There's someone in your life who's very negative or pessimistic. This could be you. Could be a Taurus, a Leo, or an Aries. But there's a big change coming to your life. What's holding you back from this big change is you. Hi, Mizzy. Hi, baby kitty. Hi. What you doing? Come here. But you are going on a new financial path. Things are going to get better for you. Alright. Last deck. You want to come up? You want to say hi, everybody? Come here. Come here. Kitty, 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 kitty. Kitty, 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 kitty. Come here. Come here. Come here. Say hi. I know Capricorns like cats. But she doesn't like the wheels of the chair. She just was returned to us. She was stolen by heroin addicts. We just got her back. Come on. Capricorn? Energies for Capricorn. Okay. You want me to cut the deck? Capricorn. What? You gonna holler at me? Oh, goodness gracious. You want to see what's up here? Go on. Yeah, you feel better now? Yeah? One more? Okay, go on. Oh, okay, one more. Got it. Oh, gotta have more? You're gonna weigh the cards. Okay, time to go. Go on. Go. Go. She's such a little bitch. Alright. Got cat hair in my mouth. Ugh. Alright, what do we have for Capricorn? Major changes. Fears and worries are leaving. You're on the right path. Time to make decisions you've been putting off and getting things under control. That's why you were told to tend to the small things. We have Aquarius. You could be a Capricorn that was born in... oh no. You wouldn't have been born in January. But you might have strong Aquarius in you. But I'm seeing spring. I see you moving on. Virgo got this too. Spring was their time. So for Earth signs, next spring is where things start to really happen for you. Good news arrives. And we have Scorpio and Window. Same cards as Virgo. They also got Aquarius, Scorpio, and Winter. Stop beating yourself up about things you've done wrong. Just ask for forgiveness and move on. I do see you need to get a lot of rest. And there's a yes answer here in the fall. There's a full moon in Cancer in December. Right? And winter doesn't start till December 21st. So you might be getting your yes answer or whatever you want to accomplish in the first part of December. As we've just left Cancer. But it could have just happened for you. I don't know. Alright. If you want to book a personal reading, they're $50 for 30 minutes. Everything's down below. You get psychic messages, tarot, and mediumship. So if you want to speak to someone, you can get that. Alright. That's crossed over, is what I'm trying to say. I'm a little out of it today. 2811. Alright, Taurus. Here we go. Taurus. Father God, Holy Spirit. Clear the energy on the cards. Spirit guides. We're going with Taurus. Going with Taurus. What's going on at my table here? What you doing, Missy? Where's Gray Boy? Where's Gray Boy? Go get Gray Boy. He'll play with you. Where's Gray Boy? Be playful. Speaking of playing. Learn from the past and tend to the small things. Take the lead and be at home. So I feel you're staying at home a lot, Taurus. There's not a whole lot to get done right now. But you're going to need to take a leap of faith with something you're trying to get done. You need to let your goodness come out and not be so negative or pessimistic. It's time to surrender to the universe. It's time for you to move into a new path. You're fighting this. You've been fighting this for several years, and quite a few years for a lot of you. But I see that you're taking time out and you're getting some rest. Claim your independence. Be generous. And the abundant universe will provide. So don't be worrying about money. Like if you're helping someone out, giving them money or whatever, don't be worried because God's going to provide everything to you that you need. These came out. Let's just see what they say. Yeah, there's always enough. And you're kind of worried there's not going to be enough for you. but there will. God will provide, and there's a plan for you, and sweet results await. You just got to know that, you know, you can do this. Spirit's all around you. Love is all around you. Just be bold and confident in everything you do. All right, Taurus. Taurus. Well, that didn't work very well. Well, they told me to split the deck and I forgot. Okay. Taurus. What are you doing? Are you picking on Gray Boy? Oh, you're right here. What's all that noise? That was weird. Yeah, show your appreciation to those around you. Take care of your priorities. God has given you grace. He forgives you. But He wants you to quit being discontented and take some time to be by yourself. But you get bored easily when you're by yourself, Taurus. And but you need that solitude right now, because you're people that have passed before you that are on the other side are trying to bring you messages. When you're in this solitude and you know, maybe you're working around the house or the yard, or you're at your job and you're just having quiet and working, you're going to have an epiphany, okay? But you're on a lot of, like, you're being deprived right now. You're on restriction. You're extremely tired. Your body needs to heal. And you need to come out of your shadow self, because you've been doing things that aren't healthy for you. And all 3 earth signs have gotten this. You have a purpose. There's a truth that you need to accept and acknowledge. And you need to come out of your shadow side, which is the negativity that surrounds you, that attaches itself to you. And sometimes they're negative entities. They're negative souls that have crossed over, that try to make you fall so that Satan can take your soul. Right? That's not what we want, right? We want to surround ourselves with positivity, with love, with encouragement, with light. So you're being encouraged to change your energy. Okay. I see you going on a new journey. You're going to take a risk with something. Taurus. Temperance. Patience and healing is the overall energy for the rest of the month. Patience and healing. Addictions, bad habits. You might have had a downfall from work. You can't find work. You're not getting a lot of work. There are a lot of disagreements and discontentment in your environment, and you're very indecisive about your life right now. You have a lot of self-doubt. You're holding yourself back from petty excuses. You have a lot of regret, a lot of despair. There's like a lot of going on, but you're also being rigid and inflexible about what needs to get done. But there's some opportunities or choices coming your way. Yeah, you're very inconsistent about what you want to do. A lot of indecision and disconnection. A lot of that disconnection is from God. Why is it so hot in here all of a sudden? I'm like sweating. It might be this candle. Whew. I'm like, why am I sweating? Yeah, don't be so condescending or patronizing, because it's not going to be taken well. It will tear your world and push it upside down. Especially if you're dealing with an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. They're not going to hold back. Like, they're going to defend their position. Okay? So, be careful how you talk to someone in your immediate environment. I do see you achieving what you need to achieve, but I feel like it's a lot of hard work. There's too much. You're trying to control too much. But you've got a Pisces here that's pushing you, helping you, but you are, you're holding on to past resentments. This and again, overly critical. You need to be careful about that, Taurus. You guys are the worst you and Gemini are the worst at judging others and throwing it in their faces. You've got to not do that. Now, that may not be every one of you, but be careful how you talk to others. Yeah, you might be good at what you do. You might be good with your money. But you're in a position right now that because you've felt that way and maybe have thrown it in other people's faces, now that's changed. Now there's lessons to learn. Now there's new ways of thinking and new ways of speaking to others. But I feel you're going to get back to where you need to be. All right, we've got one more deck to go through. Oh, come on. Oh, gosh. These cards are see, you're fighting something. You're fighting something. You see how hard it was when you put those cards together? That tells me that you are fighting to avoid the change. But you don't really have a choice right now. You really don't. Positive thinking. You need to be thinking more positively. See, the cards don't even want to shuffle. That's how stubborn you're being. You've got to quit being so rigid and inflexible. Alright, your time's coming in the fall. So after September 21st. Strong Pisces around you. I'm living with a Taurus right now. And it's not easy. It's always what I do wrong. Refuses to change. Refuses to get a job. And I'm just so frustrated. I want to smack him over the head. I'm like, you're not living here forever. I'm helping you out. You better fucking make your choices. So if you're in the same boat, trust me, Pisces is determined to be on their own. They've had their own hell for 10 or 20 years. So, yeah, positive thinking. I knew that was coming out. Yeah, there's an ending to your current lifestyle. You might have let somebody go in your life that you know. So, there's an ending with that relationship or person or situation. Good news comes in late August till September. Aries energy. Could have an Aries around you pushing you. And help is on the way. This is a temporary situation. You are reuniting with someone of your past. A lot of Gemini energy. You could be a Gemini rising as a Taurus. Most Tauruses have a Gemini rising. Not all of you, but a good part of you. That's where you get your critical thinking skills from. You're on the right path, but quit daydreaming. Everything wants within reason, but someone's... there's a lot of disappointments here about you feeling used. There's a new beginning here in the beginning of the year. And you're going to start receiving a lot of clarity about yourself, about situations, about people, about your behavior. And your world's going to open up to bring more happiness. So don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want a personal reading, they're $50. They include psychic messages, mediumship, and tarot. And they're all done via Google Meet, so you get to talk to me. I don't create a video and send it to you. It's very personal. It's you and I talking one-on-one. All readings are confidential. All right, I'm going to leave you with that. Have a blessed day, and take care.